There were a ton of Oscar movies this year. Turns out there was still two more. There's a reason I didn't talk about this one. It was because I'd already seen it somewhere else. Have you ever heard of something called the 24-hour movie marathon? You probably have, or you haven't. It's exactly what it sounds like, a 24-hour movie marathon where you watch movies from 2 p.m. to 2 p.m. It's hosted by a guy named Ant Timpson, who I'm sure you have heard of. He's the guy who runs the incredibly strange section of the International Film Festival. He says the 24-hour movie marathon is a mind experiment. How long can you watch movies before you want to go home? The reason why I bring this up is because last year was my very first visit to the marathon, and the very first movie they showed was Nebraska. It's about an old, slightly deranged man who thinks he's won thousands of dollars in the mail, when in reality, it's just a scam. He tries taking the letter back in person with the help of his son, who knows better, and then they stop at his hometown in Nebraska, hence the title. What makes this movie great is the character development. As the movie goes on, you learn more and more about who he was as a person when he was younger, and so you begin to understand where he's coming from. And when you learn why he wants the money, it's a reason that's so simple and yet so befitting of the character. It also has some memorable side characters. One of which is the man's wife, who is this amazingly vulgar old lady. She's played by a woman named June Squibb, and the way she swears just hits it with funny. Nebraska has everything. It's heartfelt, it's funny, it has memorable characters. I absolutely recommend it. If you have a chance, see it. This one I have no excuse for, I just simply forgot about it. First, a moment of silence for Nelson Mandela. I remember learning about Mandela and apartheid in my school's history class. He was a man who never stopped doing what he wanted to do, and he ended up changing the world. The movie based on a story is good, but not great. My problem with it is it's a little too romanticized. There's a lot of speeches, it covers Mandela's entire story. It expands across 30 years, from when he was a lawyer to his prison years, and then it ends with his presidency. But like I said, it is a good movie. It gives you a sense of the long journey Mandela took. It shows the sacrifices he made, the struggle he went through, and just how hard it was for him. The actor who played Mandela is pretty good, as with the rest of the actors who are also pretty good. There's even some neat little touches, like Mandela getting older as the movie goes along. I guess what the movie's biggest problem is, it feels a little too straightforward compared to other movies. Still, if you're looking for something that tells Mandela's story in great detail, definitely check this one out. Okay, that's all the Oscar movies for real this time. What did you think of these movies? Feel free to comment below. For now, goodbye.